Steve, I feel like we need to put this on a geek chest just so we can redeem those guys over there. Because I heard they suck, man.
The Revoltechs?
No. The guys on the geek chest, the review guys, they suck over there, so...
Oh, yeah, they're horrible, man. We're way better than those rubbish reviewers.
Definitely. So
Even though they don't really review all the time. It's also us, but still rubbish nonetheless.
I gotta tell you...
I still love these comments.
Oh, I love that comment, because in one single sentence... My hopes, my dreams, and my ego got crushed and raised.
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? I appreciate the attempt at trying to make us feel good by bashing on another reviewer. The problem is, it's still us. So I don't know. Hey Rangers, welcome to Super Important Reviews. My name's Steve.
My name is Arnes.
And today I'll be going over the Legacy of Revoltech LR-051 Legion. This is from the film Gamera 2, Advent of Legion. Mother Legion is pretty much my favorite kaiju of all times. I really wanted to get the X Plus that came out not too long ago, but it's a little too rich for my blood with all the other pre-orders I have right now. And this one, I wanted to get a while back, and I seen even one of these at G-Fest, which actually, the original release had a different packaging where you couldn't see the inside, or at least, the Legion covered up the entire front of it with the picture. This one, you can actually see the figure on the inside.
I like this package.
Packaging's pretty cool. When I saw it at G-Fest, though, it was $150.
Okay, that's not cool.
Yeah, and for the size of the figure, I was like, okay, no, I'm going to pass on that. And then this one is the reissue. You can pick it up from Ami. I think I got it for slightly over $50.
Yeah, it was like, what, 56 with everything?
Something like that, plus shipping. And even like Big Bad Toy Store stuff, you can pick it up there too if you want to. But I personally recommend ordering from like Ami or like Hobby Link Japan. It's also from my favorite monster movie of all time, which is Gamera 2. Movie's awesome. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Steve, if you ever had any cred for being a Godzilla reviewer, guess what just happened?
Yeah, well, it's not really good. We're not really a Godzilla channel per se.
I need a sound for like a toilet flush.
But anyways, without further ado for this guy, for her packaging.
I do like how you said the guide in her packaging.
Well, it's just kind of like a guy, I think, well, whatever, man.
It's something.
For her packaging. Looks pretty cool. You can see the figure on the inside of it. Looks really nice. You also have an image of the figure, like the undersection of the face over on the side here, with some flame effects going on in the background. Top of the packaging, Legacy of Revoltech, 2006-2014. Even though this figure came out technically December. Came out in December.
So it should still be like 2016, right?
Yeah. But whatever. Legacy of Revoltech Legion. I kind of wish I told you like what movie it was from. You know what, it actually might on there. I just can't read it. But anyways, for the side of the packaging, another shot of the figure inside of the packaging with Legion. There it is, Gamera 2. Other side of the packaging, just more of the side of the Legion figure. Pretty much what's the same as the other side, though. On the back just tells you what's going on with the figure, what you can do with it, and some stuff I can't understand, and how the joints on the back work, and some Lego mumbo jumbo.
I didn't know Legion had legs like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I know. It has human legs, right? It's awesome.
Yeah.
But let's get her open up out of her cardboard prison. Alright, now that we got Mother Legion open up out of her cardboard prison, first we're going to go over her accessories, starting with a little Legion nameplate, which tells you what film it's from, what the kaiju is, just some black plastic. Usually these come with little flight stands for some of the other figures I've gotten from this line with the 67 Gauss and Gamera, but this one doesn't sadly come with a stand, so this will literally just be sitting on a shelf looking pretty. She also comes with a flying little Gamera that is super tiny but still has a lot of very nice details on the figure. I really like the bone color for the tusk and the teeth. You still got some nice paint job going on for the eyes. The figure is done predominantly in a very dark navy green color, especially the shell in the back here too, but holds a lot of very nice details on the shell. Undersection is done nice too. Maybe what nice is seeing like a little smoke plume coming out of the back though, or some kind of fire, so you could kind of tell that's flying around. And you'll notice too that there's a little peggle on here because it also comes with this little clear plastic here for the stand, which
don't break it, Steve,
because I haven't tried putting on the stand yet. I'm just gonna go that far in because I'm super afraid to do anything else. Then you just slide it into the little hole here for the little clear base. Now we got a flying Gamera. So here's our flying little Gamera. Overall, works alright.
Maybe they should have made a bigger stand.
There we go. Yeah, it might have been a nice little added touch for our Gamera, because he does seem to be a little heavy. I also don't have him quite fully securely on the stand.
You sure that's not the stand for your little plaque thingy, Steve?
Might work better now that we mess around with this a little more. Yeah, it would have been nice to maybe see a little bit of a bigger base for this, because it does not want to keep them on there very well. I'm about to super glue you in. I'll have to take Arnes' advice for some of these figures. But yeah, it gets the job done, per se. But it would have been cooler to see maybe something a little bit larger, something more closer to the size of the Gamera right here. Even could have just been like a little circle, little base.
I'm telling you, Steve, that's for your little plaque thingy. That's not for him.
Will it actually work with the plaque thing?
I don't know, probably.
I guess let's try it. Slide it on. And yeah, I guess that works.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay, you even have a Gamera sitting on top of it. That actually doesn't look all that bad, to be honest.
You know what, Steve? I'll let you have all that credit. It's all yours.
Sweet. Next, she comes with 7 little pieces of lice. Or bed bugs, whatever you call these things.
Those are definitely bed bugs, man.
What these actually are little tiny legions. Which are pretty cool. I would be very worried about losing these little buggers.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
The jokes are real.
You know, if you want to continue this joke, what you need is my Figma bag from Kirito, Steve. Figma bag will keep them tight in there, and they won't get loose with a Ziploc, you know.
Oh yeah, that totally Ziploc bag that you got, not the crappy little plastic tear bag stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'll have a card here if you want to check out that figure. That figure was, oh boy, it's also a bootleg, just to tell you guys. Alright, just show you guys a little bit of a closer look at the details. My camera is having such a hard time focusing on this stupid little thing. But it's got little yellow strips on the top here to kind of represent where the head's supposed to be. And then the figure's done a very glossy black paint job. And it's just super tiny. Like, I don't really know what else to say about it. It's just kind of cool. I'm really worried about losing these little things, so they're probably just going to sit inside the box. It's cool that it comes with it, though, for a little diorama set piece purposes. But for the most part, not something I'm really going to be displaying with mine anyways. And then going over Mother Legion herself. Details on this figure are actually really surprisingly well done. The only thing is the Legion figure is a little shiny. I'm not sure why that is. I maybe would like to see it be a little bit more of a matte color like what you see in the film. Because this version, everything just kind of has a little bit of like a metallic feel to it. Especially on the back here and on the lower sections of the legs. Pretty much anywhere where it would have been a very whited bone coloring. It has a little bit more of a bronze kind of finish to the top of it.
Are they all like that, or is that just yours?
Good question. I haven't really actually personally held on to the original release. But I would imagine it would have been mostly the same, because since this isn't like a different version of the figure, it's just a reissue. So the paint job for him should be more or less the same. It still looks really nice. It's just kind of odd, because I don't really remember Legion in the movie being super shiny. But it still looks cool, though. Because for the top of her little crest here, it's actually, this part here is in a matte dark gray color scheme. And then the rest of it is in the very, it's a hard color to describe, because it's like almost like on the verge of cream. It's like a cream color. And then you'll see that for the entirety of her outer exoskeleton. Even on the little finger appendages on the sides of her chest, is what I'm going to call this, has the same little dark gray in the front sections of the little fingers. Her head sculpt is freaking gorgeous, though.
I love her eyes.
They're done in a translucent blue. It's hard to notice on here, but when the light reflects off a little bit, looks really nice. Has her little trademark undersection fingers for her jaw, but she always had a really weird mouth. The only thing that's a little bit of a pain in the butt on mine is the beak here doesn't like to close on mine. So her front nose horn, for mine anyways, is almost always going to be shit sitting a little bit open, which is a bit of a bummer. So more or less, I'm probably just going to pose it looking like it's about to do its beam, sitting next to my Bandai Vinyl Legion more than likely. Though, if that case, I kind of wish it came with a beam effect. That would have been really cool. It's nice that it can do it, though, for the gimmick, though. So if you guys are really handy at making your own little effects, then should work really well for you.
See, Steve, if we had a 3D printer, we could have made one.
Yeah, I still kind of want to get one. I don't know about beams, but at least making little buildings. Then for a little crystal on the front of her nose, which is where she shoots out her beam attack. Also done in a translucent ember color. Looks really cool. And overall, just the head sculpt is fantastic. Even got the little sectioning for her mouth right there on the underneath of the little nose area. They even detailed the insides of the little crest here as well. Looks cool. For her chest area, where you have all the little egg sacs for the Legion soldiers. Looks good. Also translucent, it appears. The lights are kind of reflecting into it a little bit. Wasn't exactly sure if that was a part of the paint job, but definitely is a translucent plastic for the front section here. Gives it that very jewel kind of feel to it, which works really well for the Legion from the film.
I was going to say, don't you bash that part. I really like that part.
Then she's got a little bit of more of that cream coloring here for the fuzz area around the exoskeleton on the top section of the little egg sacs. And then more of that exoskeleton on the front section here to kind of cover up her more, I guess, kind of like a waist area. And then you can see where the suit actor's legs would have been, right here. Legs look really cool, though. Even has some little crab pincers on the sides here, which are articulated. But I do love the feet. Even has more of that fur coming off of the top section of the knee, coming towards the back here, where you have the more traditional insectile legs with her huge hind leg, and then this even more bulky one on the back here that didn't really do too much in the movie. This is more the predominant shifting leg. Then you got some fraying at the top section of the knees towards the back. Top of the rear section of Legion looks really cool, where it tapers off into the tail area. And there is some added detailing on her soft underbelly underneath her body. Looks really nice. Overall, like, they have a lot of the detail down for her. It's just kind of wish the nose maybe closed a little bit better to make it a more of a cleaner appearance. But other than that, not too much to really complain about. It's just shiny.
You know, Steve, when you're going over this thing and I'm sitting here watching it, you know what I feel like? I'm going to tell you the same thing I told you in the movie. I feel like they just threw a bunch of things together. Look, in the front we have strawberry. In the back we have a grasshopper. Underneath it is a centipede.
Got some crab right here. It's just
and I don't even know what this is, but it's something. I feel like they just mashed a bunch of things and it came out weird, but it works.
I feel like that's most kaijus, to be honest. And then this is going to be the fun part, because for her articulation, the front section of her horn can open and close, which is really cool. Also has a little bit of play going up and down. Her mouth can also move up and down as well. Also rotates a little bit. For her head, can look up about that far, down about yay far. It is on a ratchet joint. And her head can swivel a little bit side to side. At her waist, she does not appear that she can rotate side to side. She can move about that far back, that far forward. And then these little pincers can move in and out. They all can go about that far back. And then can touch the undersection and the sides of her heads, so they can move about that far forward. And they also have a little bit of rotation. I do love seeing that they didn't use the stupid little ratchet joints on here, though, because that would have been frustrating.
That would have been a pain in the butt.
Oh, that's my only problem with Revoltech. Like, I like some of the joints on them, but more or less, like, not everything needs to be a ratchet joint. Like, here, I love it being a ratchet joint. Here, not so much. For her little pincers, can move forward about that far, backwards about that far. Can't really go up and down, though. Pincer can open and close. Her little feet can move forward and back. Also, a little bit of a rotation there. And the bottom section of the actual foot can shift a little bit up and down as well. Then nothing here at the rear section. For a hind leg, can go up about that far. Pretty much straight out, kind of like being able to claw Gamera in the face. Can move a little bit in and out, but nothing too crazy there. It's also on a little ratchet joint. The claw can move forward and back. Can also, feels like it can rotate. No rotation there. So pretty much forward and back. Then for the hind leg, can go about that far upward, that far downwards, And not too much here for the base of the leg. Then for the back leg, move inwards about that far, straighten up about that far, and can move a little bit up and down.
Jeez, you weren't kidding about them ratchet joints, weren't you?
Yep, she has a ton. And here we have the Revoltech Legion compared to some Bandai Vinyl figures with Legion and Iris, which the Bandai Vinyl Legion freaking dwarfs this figure. Not even better. Not even fair. And here she is, compared to some SH Monster Arts figure with Shin Godzilla and Gamera 1996, which, what is this?
You're in scale.
Oh yeah, totally, Arnes. Yeah. What is this, the Godzilla game, and she's at 50 meters, he's at 100?
Hey, threw it at us, you know.
Gamera's about to fudge up your day. And here she is, compared next to some Treadmaster figures with Zigra and Virus. And for another turtle comparison, here she is, compared next to the 18-inch tall Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Now that's in scale right there. That's what it should be like.
Oh yeah, the NECA figure, totally in scale. It's not like it should be like Warrior Legion size or anything.
That would be nice.
Do you need a Donatello in this scale? Yes. Don't think so. So overall, the Legacy Revoltech Legion, I overall really enjoyed this figure. I think the articulation's pretty good. I like the details overall, even though the metallic shines a little bit much, but nothing really too much to complain about there. I just wish that the little horn on the front, or the crest of her nose, closed up a little bit more cleanly. But that might be something I just might have to mess around with a hairdryer with and see if I can just fudge it up a little bit.
For once, you take my advice. Crazy glue works, Steve.
But I wanted to do the gimmick.
Crazy glue.
It's not even really a gimmick. It's just part of the articulation. The accessories are pretty cool that it comes with, but I think I would have liked to have seen maybe a beam effect more so than the tiny little flying Gamera. But the accessories are still pretty cool overall for this figure.
But Steve, you can set it up so the tiny little Gamera is the beam effect.
You know what, I could. Probably could. I kind of want to set like the little legions on the top of the Gamera figure. Just have them flying around. They're going on an adventure. The only real bummer for me is I don't own the Revoltech Gamera 2, so it's going to be standing next to my SH Monster Arts Gamera. It's not even close to being in scale. Not even close.
Yeah.
But then again, for $50, it doesn't need to be. Because I'm still waiting for the SH Monster Arts to make one. I'm pretty sure that thing's going to be like Biolante price. Easily.
Oh, yeah, that's the bad part.
But I will say that I am happy that they reissued it. Makes me want to definitely go pick up the other Revoltech Gamera now so that I can have them dueling on my shelves. But I think the Queen is sweet. If you guys love Legion and been wanting to add a Legion to your collection for some time now, then definitely look at the Revoltech Legion.
And I do like the whole strawberry centipede grasshopper look on it.
Alright, I'm stopping you right there. But what do you guys think of the Revoltech Legion? Have you guys picked up any other Legion action figures, or is Gauss just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments. Look closer pictures over on our website if you want to click the link in the description below. This review would have been out in advance on the website too, so if you guys haven't been checking out the website for new reviews, definitely start doing that. Please, please, please. We also have a Patreon account if you want to help support the channel. Also link in the description below. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today, and see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.